Okay, so I was on like Dota Pro Tracker the other day, and then I realized something. I noticed that Night Stalker here has like a 56% win rate with like 200 over games played by pros. So I think this hero is pretty good right now. Definitely a lot of pros like Seb over here are picking him. So we're gonna check out how exactly he made this hero work. And also I'm gonna start playing this in my pubs. I think Night Stalker is pretty good right now. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, player's perspective once again, let's go. We've got a 3 mangoes build with 2 tangos and a stealth shoot. Alright, just gonna take a moment to look at the lineup here and think about our game plan. So they've got Oracle, which is very annoying, got Pango, Death Prophet, which is really OP, and Wraith King, which is quite tanky, doesn't really die to a Night Stalker solo, and a Crystal Maiden, which is like free food. I think this hero and this hero are gonna be free food, so probably focus on them in the fights, but at least for the early game, probably gonna be laning against a Wraith King, so, and a CM, so just gonna, they got a lot of disables and lockdown. So it looks like he's gonna start off with Earthshaker in his lane. Alright, so the plan is just to manipulate creep aggro, get last hits, and once it's nighttime, start to be aggressive. In the early game, can't really make any aggressive moves. So I think creep aggro manipulation would just be Seb's game plan here. Let's see if he goes for that. So 3 mangoes is definitely interesting. I would have gotten like more regen since doesn't really use his spells to farm that much, or maybe he is planning on using his spells to farm. We'll see. So once again, he's just trying to scout out any aggressive plays by the enemy. Unfortunately, they all bought and they get a first kill, first blood, so that sucks. Offlane's gonna have a hard lane already. But since they know that there's a lot of heroes bot, they just start moving up to steal the rune here, which is very smart. If the enemy is showing up in force at the other rune, just go steal their rune. No reason to give it to them for free.
The battle begins.
Let's play some Dota. Okay, so he gets the rune here. Very nice. Just gonna go and block up the creeps. Okay, so he queues up the standard trifecta of starting item builds: Quelling Blade, Magic Stick, and Boots of Speed. Earthshaker blocks off the wave here, which is very nice. Earthshaker is very good as a position for this reason, because you can give your offlaner an easy lane. Just block off the creeps and voila, you've got the perfect creep equilibrium.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Alright, their Radiant courier got killed, so this is not very good at all. Alright, so he does use it to farm. Okay, interesting. So yep, he's starting to manipulate the creep aggro here, just drawing aggro on the Wraith King, and then he's just moving back when the support shows up. So he's coping a lot of harass right now, which is why I would have preferred to have multiple regen items rather than 3 mangoes, but it's okay. Fortunately, the base damage is pretty respectable for Night Stalker, which is like 63, and you got a Quelling Blade. Earthshaker actually went ahead to do the off-lane pull, so this is a very nice position for play here. So now he gets a additional wave of EXP. Notice he doesn't auto attack the creep wave, because you want to preserve this equilibrium here for as long as possible. That's how you get the most out of this creep pulling trick. So mentioned a lot of times before, I've seen this a lot of times before, if the support isn't doing this for you, you can just go ahead and do it. I think in any game you should do it, because it's such a, like, it'll give you such an easy lane. And it screws up the enemy's equilibrium too, so definitely should do it every single game. And now he's doing the side pull to deny this wave from the enemy. They're just sticking around to share the EXP here. And now the crit wave is coming, so he gets another easy wave. So he tanks it in front of the tower, so it doesn't let the creeps go under the tower. That's good. once again, not auto attacking the creeps, because you really want to play like a carry in the early game. Because Night Stalker's laning phase is pretty bullshit. You can just really just last hit and try to make use of all these creep aggro tricks to balance the lane in your favor. So now he gets boots, which makes him a bit more mobile. He might be thinking of setting up on the Oracle here. Level 2 Void coming in. Earthshaker gets a nice block off. And at the same time they're going for the pull. Fortunately he gets body blocked a little bit, and then he is actually going to die for the Oracle here. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Void and run him down. But they might have another stun soon on the Rift King. Oh wow, he actually dies. Alright. And now he's kind of low, so he needs to back off. So that was very nice. He recognized that the Oracle was low and he went for a kill. And then now the creep wave is just back right here. Just gonna draw the aggro on the Rift King once again so that the creeps follow here. Alright. Giant creep wave is coming his way with double range creep, so he's just gonna wait for the wave to push. No reason to put himself in danger. Just aggroes the one melee creep here. Unfortunately the range creep kills it off, but it's fine. And uses the void for the last hit. Okay, so he does uses this spell for the last hits. Actually it makes sense. Since Night Stalker can only last hit in the first 5 minutes, getting this spell maxed and then getting tons of mangoes is pretty good for ensuring your last hits.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And right now he's just trying to get this range creep here. Earthshaker stuns up the Rift King. Just gonna right click him a little bit. No need to be too aggressive, because that's not his game plan. Gonna go for the phase boots, gets a chainmail for additional armor. Night Stalker is actually pretty tanky with this. Let's see the number go up. Boom, 10 armor. That's amazing. So he's got 40% physical resistance. That's pretty tanky. And Ashika just stuns up the Oracle there. So the creep room is here. Just gonna aggro the creeps again. There we go. Just gonna last hit this. Well, the base damage is actually pretty high, all things considered. Night Stalker can't really even deny reliably, because it doesn't have any spells to stun the enemy. But at least he's getting plenty of last hits. And now he's nighttime, so now he immediately moves to aggro onto the Wraith King here. So recognizing the power spike of his hero, and then his other Void, which does increase damage and is slow at night, and Oracle just gets run down. And in fact, because the creep is under the tower, they're going for the Wraith King instead. Another Void is going to come down soon. Stun from the Earthshaker, Void, and he's just going to right click the Wraith King down. Tanking the tower because of his 10 armor. Because of his 10 armor? Yep, because of his 10 armor. And he just needs to back up. Probably going to use the shrine here. Yep, TP neutral shrine. Yep. Next item he's going to queue up is the Spirit Vessel, which is very strong item on Night Stalker since you gank a lot. And also because there's a lot of heroes that like to heal, like Oracle, Wraith King, Death Prophet, so this item is actually very smart. I think in any game Spirit Vessel is good. Every team should at least have one Spirit Vessel. So just gonna go back to lane here. Probably gonna pressure the Wraith King some more since it's nighttime. Sees the Oracle, so just gonna back off a little bit. Once the creep wave is in his favor, he's just going to go ahead and be more aggressive, I guess. Right now it's just last hit opportunities. Uses that Void spell for the last hit.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I would imagine that once his phase boots is delivered, he is going to go ham. So he gets like 2 waves of CS and EXP, which is very good. So now he's going to go on a hunt. Still wants to be a bit careful since he's still alone and there's Oracle and Wraith King there. So definitely don't want to overstep your bounds. So right now, whenever the carry comes up for a last hit, he can just be aggressive because it's nighttime. He's very strong. So the Wraith King can't even stand in lane anymore. So that's one way to pressure the carry without killing him. Just prevent him from farming. And it's essentially doing the same thing. So he gets a infused raindrops, which is going to build into the urn. At the same time, it's going to help against the nuke from the Oracle. So he can be aggressive if he needs to. So since Oracle's sitting behind the Wraith King, and the creep wave is right behind the tower right now, he decides to go for mid. Actually gets 3 points in the Hunter of the Night, so that he hits harder. And right now, they're just gonna go for the kill here. Unfortunately, Earthshaker misses the fissure, but they still manage to run down the Death Prophet. Here he pops the ultimate so that he can chase faster. And he might need it to get out on the high ground. Very nice. So he actually survives because of this spell. It gives you flying, so it's pretty busted. And then they're just gonna use the shrine here. So that's a successful gank on the mid. If the carry is just being babysat constantly by the support, it can always just go mid like what Ceb did. He recognized that mid was pushing out, so the Oracle was in the Death Prophet was in a bad place, and now they're going for the Pangolier, just probably going to block off the angle of the Swashbuckle maybe. Just gonna chase after him right now. Another Void is coming off cooldown. Switches targets to the Crystal Maiden actually. And fissure from the the disarm. Yikes, the disarm. Oh no. And one more hit. There we go. So that's very deep and he's very gonna die for that. So unfortunately the disarm from the Pangolier was a bit too much. Maybe he could have gotten one level in the Crippling Fear. That's why I like the one level in the Crippling Fear. It makes your hero that much better at ganking. But I guess he prioritized the point in his passive. Let's see. Movement speed 34%, attack speed. Yeah, I guess he prioritizes the attack speed here. So now he's just going back to top. Nighttime is about to end, so might as well get ready for farming again. So just remember the night cycle, which is like every 5 minutes. Coincides with the bounty runes. And his ultimate is down, so he's just gonna prepare for farming mode again. Just gonna be more passive. Already has the urn, just gonna build up towards the Spirit Vessel here.
Dire are scanning. Dire's middle tower is
Sees a little bit of action here. Oracle's just sitting at the back, so he's just trying to chase him down. Just trying to really max out the remaining bits of time that he has on the nighttime. As Night Stalker, you really gotta make every 5 minutes of nighttime count. Alright, that's a nice kill on the Oracle because of the Clink's rotation. Gets 2 urn charges for his troubles.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And it's daytime, so he's just gonna last it right now. At least until he finishes the urn. Then maybe you can use this to go gank. Sorry, not urn, Spirit Vessel. Just gonna hit NC here. Speed it up a little bit to see his farming patterns. Oracle chases him away, so he pops it to run. Death Prophet is also popping her ultimate, so he needs to just get the hell out of dodge. Earns himself to regenerate some health, and he's just going for Crystal Maiden right now. Make use of the ultimate to do some little ganking action here. And then he uses the Crippling Fear so that Crystal Maiden cannot retaliate against him. And it's another nice kill and another couple of urn charges for him. And it translates into a tower with the Clinks, so it's very good. He initially popped this spell to run away from the gank, and he turned it into a gank of his own. So that's a pretty nice usage of the spell. Definitely don't just pop it and run back to base or something. Just pop it and go somewhere else, look for a gank. Because chances are, if the enemy is like all gathered top like that, they are going to be maybe one hero solo and mid, and that's exactly what happened. So he went to kill off the Crystal Maiden there. Just gonna keep farming the wave here. Probably gonna farm maybe 2 more waves until he gets to the tower. Let's see if he does that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Invisibility. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's gonna farm it until he gets to the tower.
Dire's top tower
His team is coming up to back him up, so they're just gonna make a play for this objective. Alright.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So he pops the ultimate now that the Death Prophet is being aggressive, and he immediately goes for the backline so that Oracle can't save the Death Prophet here. And now Death Prophet is just gonna get run down by Offlane and the Night Stalker. So that's a very nice play. He didn't go for the Death Prophet because he recognizes the Oracle can save the DP. So he immediately goes for the Oracle. Like no hesitation. You saw that he just went straight with the ultimate. And then now he TP's bot, and thanks to his vision, he's able to just go after Crystal Maiden. So he's like destroying right now. And just in time when the Dark Ascension ends. So Ceb is actually really good with his Dark Ascension usage. Like whenever he pops it, he just gets multiple kills. Like he keeps the TP on cooldown, off cooldown, and then he just looks for kill opportunities. Like he was just killing at top, and then he recognizes that CM might be just camping at bot, so he just immediately TPs down and looks for any stragglers. So that's actually very impressive. And right now it's almost nighttime again, so he's going to be really active again. So Dark Ascension really is the one skill that you should use very carefully, especially in the daytime. Because without it, your hero is pretty much a melee creep. So he's going for the tankier items to help out against the Exorcism, which Crimson Guard is a very good item for. And also it helps to tank against the Wraith King skeletons too. So it's pretty good. So right now he's just waiting for the runes to spawn. After this he's just gonna go to the rune, I guess. And then sees the Wraith King there, so maybe doesn't go for it.
Radiant's middle tower.
It's nighttime, so he's looking for an opportunity now. So he's just going for the Death Prophet now, which is the right play here. Unfortunately, he uses the Void too early, so Death Prophet TP's out. So something to bear in mind, as Night Stalker, your only disable is the Void, so you definitely want to just... okay, so he just like demonstrated that 2 times in a row. Don't use Void too early when you're ganking, because they can just TP out after that. And then yeah, you'll be like really sad. But right now Death Prophet is back, so I'm not sure what she's doing. He should just definitely go for her right now. Is he gonna go for her right now? He should go for her right now. He's not going for her. Okay, well, maybe his team was in position or something. But oh well. Pangolia's beating on his silencer, but no way they can save him. So it's a bit weird. Maybe they intended to go, but his team didn't really have the right idea. So they sort of missed out on a kill opportunity in mid. And Offlane is just going back to farming, so he's going back to farming. So that's not exactly very good. He has the Crimson Guard finished already, which is really early. Let's see here. Maybe next item he would go for like a Vlad's or a Basher or a BKB or something. Something that will make him tankier and also do more damage.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I think it sucks that he's not getting that much out of this nighttime. Let's see. Sometimes it's also important to note of your own heroes, like your teammates, whether or not they have hit their item timings yet. Like right now, Morphling, I guess he knows that Morphling doesn't have any major items yet, so it may be a bit bad to go for a play. So maybe that's why they didn't go for that play. Right now he's just forcing the enemies off the map, basically making them so scared to push out the waves that they are essentially giving his own Morphling space to farm. I think Night Stalker is a very good hero for that, for catching people who are trying to split push solo. Right now they're trying to go for this Roach here. So by not showing on the map, you can pretty much disguise your movements on the map. You can like pretend to be on the hunt for them, smoked under the cover of darkness, but actually they're just taking Roach right now. So Night Stalker is pretty good because vision is so important in this game. And with Night Stalker you can deny the enemy the vision at nighttime especially. So good time to take Roshan. So that's very nicely played by his team. Now Offlane has his Manta, which makes it very good for fighting up against the Death Prophet. And he's just gonna go look for a kill now that you have the Aegis. Probably go mid or something. But first thing you'll deal with all these split pushing, which is very annoying. He's queuing out BKB, alright, which makes sense. They do have a lot of silencers and disables.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And he's just gonna pop the ultimate here to chase after the Crystal Maiden, who can't really do anything except for channel the ultimate, and then he needs to run. So the backlines are being gone on. Oracle uses the ultimate on himself. He can't really tank out against this, so he needs to run, yeah, even with the Crimson Guard. But you could see how he could stay inside the ultimate for that long. Oh wait, actually this is not looking pretty good. There's 2 cores still alive, and Offlane needs to get out. Buyback from the Earthshaker. Oh, Offlane actually dodges the stun from the Ray Fire Blast. Very nice. And now he's just gonna go after Death Prophet now that the ultimate is over. And then he can afford to tank it out now. But he's a bit low at the moment, so he needs to get out. Left 1 HP. 22 HP. Holy shit, that was close. And now he needs to back off. Smoke to disengage. Yeah, there's no way they fight this unless Earthshaker lands a very good stun. Clink is coming from the back. So that was a pretty messy fight. Maybe it would have gone better if he had gone straight for the Oracle instead of the Crystal Maiden. But I guess at that point he couldn't have seen the Crystal Maiden there. Maybe that's why he didn't go for it. But definitely I would prioritize these 2 heroes in the fights. Let the Clinks and the Morph deal with Death Prophet and Wraith King. Because there's no point as a Night Stalker to go after them, they're like so tanky. So now it's daytime again, just gonna repeat the farming process, which is just sitting in the lane, pushing it out, going to the NC, rinse and repeat.
Very cool of you.
He's always cooling down 20 seconds, so maybe that's why he's trying to go for this aggressive play here. Whoa, that's a very nice. Wow. Offlane is stalling. 234 damage a hit. Yeah, that's totally balanced, man. Totally balanced. So his ultimate is cooling down soon. He's gonna go for the chase right now. Right now. Right now? Oh, he's not going for it. Okay. Maybe because the enemy was too close to the towers. I think he could have gone for that. But no matter, he's just gonna farm up this NC here. Almost got his BKB. 1,000 or so more gold. Just gonna go for the tower push here. He's got his ultimate, so he's just gonna wait for the right time to initiate. Or not. Goes top instead to deal with the split push. There's a catapult at the tower, so unfortunately they lose it. A good time in my experience to like go back and deal with split pushes is when there's a catapult wave at the tower. That's when you definitely need to TP back. Other times, you know, it's up to your personal discretion. But definitely if there's a catapult at your tower, you should TP back like right away. Keeping the waves pushed out is a very important mechanic. So something that Ceb definitely recognizes. And it's daytime anyway, so it's not that he can do much. Just gonna farm out at BKB first, and then when nighttime comes, there's another power spike for their team. So every 5 minutes, Night Stalker gets a power spike. It's pretty good if you can coincide this with your own team's items. So y'all can go for like aggressive movements together and such.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Radiance completed on the Wraith King, which kind of makes the BKB even more necessary right now. He's actually going for a nullifier. Okay, it's a very interesting choice. Probably against Death Prophet, Pango, and Oracle, who depend on their spell so much. I'm surprised he hasn't finished the Spirit Vessel, because maybe that would have been so much better against this team here, due to all the heals. Right now he's getting gone on by all these. Oh, Echo Slam from the Earthshaker! And now he just pops his silence and disengages. Doesn't want to use the ultimate yet, I guess. Okay, now he just the ultimate, and now he goes in. Let's see who he goes straight for. He goes straight for the Oracle. Yep, there we go. So once he sees the Oracle, he goes straight for him. And now he's going for the squishier targets. Nukes down the Wraith King, and now he's just beating on the Death Prophet here, but he needs to back out because of the damage from the ghosts. Gets stunned up a little bit, but he has a stick, pops it, and then he uses the urn on the Pangolier. Flies over. Doesn't want to use the urn on the Pango? Oh, uses it on himself. Alright. Well, nighttime's over, so he doesn't chase. So that was a pretty good fight. He went straight for the back lines. Flies over the fight actually with the ultimate, and then he just goes ham on the Oracle. Crystal Beetle was already dead, so he went for the Wraith King. Now it's nighttime, so he can be more aggressive right now. Just need to deal with this creep wave right here. Uses the Void to draw the aggro.
This'll come in handy.
Alright, let's see here. So he TPs here so that he can join the fight. Sees the Oracle, just gonna go run him down. Uses the silence. And uses BKB to dodge the Ray Fire Blast, which is very nicely done. And now he's going off for the Crystal Maiden right now. Oh, actually Death Prophet seems to be a better kill. So, yep, they get him instead. And now he's just going for the back lines. Always going for the back lines. Don't want to be standing on the front lines like this. Night Stalker is a very good hero for getting past the front row heroes and going right into the back lines where the supports are. And then right now he's just going to run down the Crystal Maiden here. Triple kill for OG.Ceb. And it's wicked sick. So, excellent Night Stalker team fighting gameplay coming on right here. Still pretty much decided on the nullifier. Just gonna come out of the wave a little bit. Maybe another one of his team has a Spirit Vessel or something. Does he have a Spirit Vessel? Huh, interesting. Okay, maybe he just doesn't want the Spirit Vessel this game. So anyway, they're just going for this tower right here. Just gonna let Offlane go for the tower. And he's got his ultimate, so it's just probably gonna go for this fight right here. But Pango TP'd out. Now Morphling needs some help, so he's just gonna fly over right now. But there's nothing they can do for him. Just got ganked. Oh, Pango actually didn't TP out and killed off the silencer. Okay, so this is very messy. Very, very messy. Nothing he can do, so he just backs off. Goes for top. So top wave is pushing in, that's why he's going there. Always on the lookout for counter pushing. But this Pango is actually very annoying. He might be able to catch the Pango here. Nope. Klings just dies. Okay, so that was a very, very painful chain of events for his team. Definitely need to play a bit more safe right now. They're diving the base, so he just goes into the silence and tries to delay them as long as he can. Wraith King crits down the silencer, unfortunately. And they're just getting dove inside their base. This does not look good. He gets forced back into the fountain, which is not nice. He still got his ultimate, so they could probably use this for the play here. Alright, so they managed to catch off all the supports that are trying to retreat. And immediately he just starts going for the next target, which is the Oracle. So he actually leaves the CM behind because he knows that the CM is definitely dead. And he goes straight for Oracle, which is very nicely done. No point hitting a target if it's already dead. Roshan is alive, so there's a perfect opportunity to take it since they gotten 2 support kills. And it's almost towards the end of the night time, so this is pretty crisp timing from his team. And then they get the Roche. Fight breaks down bot, which is not good. He TP's back to base to pick up the nullifier, and then he's trying to reach this fight down here as fast as possible. But it's not looking good for Morph. Manages to get to the high ground though, so maybe there's a chance. Okay, he's gonna nullifier Pango. Okay, gets him down. Morph is already dead, so he needs to run. Oh no, he gets caught. He needs to BKB and try to turn around on the Crystal Maiden here. Okay, this is good, this is good. He's beyond godlike. Probably shouldn't feed this away. Because of the flying vision, he's able to avoid the stuns. So playing around the tree area here, very smart. So the Rift King couldn't stun him up, and then he actually gets away from that. So making use of the flying from Dark Extension is pretty good. Pretty good. So now he needs to hold until his team can come back. No reason to commit to a fight right now. Kings is coming back, so maybe that's why he's trying to go up right now. But it's a bit scary, so they just back off at the moment. Okay, he picks up the Vlads for the life steal.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
They see the Rift King gang opportunity, and they see Oracle too, so that's gonna be an easy kill on Oracle here. Unfortunately, Oshika gets critted down by the Rift King here, who dies. Uses the BKB straight and goes after the Crystal Maiden, which is the easier kill. Every single fight, Crystal Maiden just gets blown up. So I was right at the start. He's essentially food, and then now he's just running down the Death Prophet here. Just gonna nullify him in a moment. Alright, uses Nullify to dispel the heals. Very nice. And then it's gonna be a very easy kill on this Death Prophet right here. Ultra kill for the Clinks. And the game's pretty much over, I'm assuming. Pangolier tries to make some space, but he's just banging away at the structures here. They back after Silencer gets blown up, but it's pretty much in the bag at this point. So now they're playing around the vision. He's got the ultimate, he's got a BKB. Let's see if they try to do anything out of this. He sees the Oracle, so he's just gonna go for Oracle right now. I would go for the Oracle right now. Just do it, man. No, he doesn't do it. Okay, because his team wasn't around him, so I understand. Don't want to be too aggressive, especially in the late game. He doesn't actually go for the Aghanims. I think Aghanims is good on this hero, but definitely not essential. Because once the BKBs come out, it's not exactly that useful. And by the time you get it, you know, people have their BKBs. Maybe that's why he doesn't go for this item. Whoa, that Prophet gets ganked. Alright. Now the game is definitely over. Just go stop the deal with the catapult wave, and he goes to join his team. Hunter of the Night makes you move at 520 movement speed with the face boots, so that's pretty good. Now there's a fight going on at the top area here, so he's just making his way over. Just gonna duck Ascension and go for the Oracle. There we go. Luckily he gets finished off already. He's actually gonna chase for the Wraith King here, but since the Crystal Maiden is here, he's just gonna run her down. Oh my god, this is like so sad. This is such a sad game for Crystal Maiden. Like, can't really do anything. Alright, so because of that, he manages to get the last few kills and they win the game. Okay, so we saw how to properly use Dark Ascension to move around, look for kills, early game and daytime. Just act like a melee creep and get last hits and shit. And then keep your ultimate off cooldown so that you can join fights and pop it for team fights whenever you can. Prioritize the draft, prioritize heroes based on the draft. Like this game, he prioritizes Crystal Maiden and Oracle. Oracle first, Crystal Maiden second in team fights. Because Night Stalker is those heroes that can just instantly blow up the supports in the fight. Like you don't even need a Blink Dagger to do that. You can just pop your ultimate, go in, silence. And yeah, items, you just go for the tanky shit. Like Crimson Guard, BKB, Vlads, all that. And he went for a Night Fight this game. Not a very common item, but I think it's good. Yeah, maybe haven't really seen anyone going for Aghanims on Night Stalker. Maybe it's really not that good. But oh well, I'm gonna try out this hero more, and hopefully they'll win you guys some MMR as well. So anyway, I'll just see you in the next replay analysis.